Hey, what's going on, guys? This is probably the first time in a long time where I'm just kind of sitting down, unprompted, uncuffed, and just talking in the microphone. Really, it's a little awkward. I don't know. I think this is something that I want to make a like once a year sort of thing. I feel like every TF2 YouTuber has like their own like loadout video, and they update it every time. And though my backpack is like nowhere near as good as everybody else's, I do think it is a fun way to kind of get to know me. Uh, uh, there's a lot of things like within all of my weapons and cosmetics that I take reference to, and things that I like, things I enjoy. A lot of it is inside jokes, unfortunately, so some of these like aren't really gonna make sense. But I find that TF2 is a really like personal game in the way that you can customize the way that you want to. And yeah, I think it'd be really fun to kind of share that. Note, I am not like showing off anything in my backpack. This is not a way for me to say that I'm better than you because I have big hat golden gun. Not at all. Uh, I'm just excited to show this off because I love this game and I love items. So here we go.
Hit the road, bozo. Let a real scout get to work.
God, my game doesn't look like a fucking PS1 game right now. But regardless, the Scout is my main class. Probably one of my more expensive loadouts. The Punk's Palm is my absolute favorite hat in the game. And it's also named one of my favorite franchises of all time, the Yakuza series. I'm a huge Yakuza fan. I have Kiryu's tattoo on my back. It's something that Yakuza has just changed me. Like it's a game that made me like fall in love with video games again. Cause there was a point in time around COVID where I was just really detached, and there just wasn't really a good game that I was able to just latch onto and just really enjoy and fall in love with. There's another Yakuza reference on one of my weapons, but we'll get there when we get there. My strange gray bands, They Dig It In Me, gifted by one of my best friends, Brandon. They Dig It In Me is another inside joke. It's kind of like hard to explain that sort of thing. But for the people who know, they know. And what is the champ? Yeah, the champ stamp. This is Kiryu's Dragon's kanji. And I thought it was really fitting. You'll kind of find a little bit of a trend with my loadouts that I tend to be pretty minimalistic, not for everything, but for almost everything. I'm not a fan of like shirt cosmetics. I know that's kind of a sin. I don't know what it is. I've just never been a big fan of those. So you'll see like maybe like a hat, maybe some sort of accessory like a beard or tattoos or whatever, right? I love the champ stamp. I love there's another one that I do own. I'm forgetting the name right now. But when it comes to weapons, like I use all of these in casual. We have my Hail Zone, it's clobbering time. Absolutely love the thing. I'm a huge superhero fan. But the Thing, a part of the Fantastic Four, is such a resonating character. Absolutely love him. My vintage professional killstreak Ubermorph. It's named after my late Chihuahua named Roxy. She was my world when I was a kid. Unfortunately, she did end up passing away, but I was able to name this in her honor. It's super sweet. And then the legendary Hero Bad. It's a professional killstreak atomizer. I did just recently buy this because I realized that I didn't have a pro killstreak of the atomizer. So I was like, fuck it. We'll rename the weapon. And Legendary Heroes Bat is a reference to Yakuza 7, the protagonist Ichiban Kazuka, who, again, is one of my favorite video game characters of all time. There can never be too much Yakuza. So, when it comes to Scout himself, Scout, I have the most hours in the game with him. There's just something about like the really smooth gun gameplay, the movement just being him moving and not having to sacrifice HP. I've always loved shotguns and boomer shooters. And yeah, he dominates my hours, and I don't foresee that changing. So loadout A and loadout B, again, almost identical. There's nothing too different about these, but this originally was my old loadout with my old Dream Unusual whenever I was a kid. So the Disco Beatdown Greased Lightning before the Crate Crisis, the Crate Depression. Oh man, I don't remember whenever I got my first one, but I was very young, and unfortunately, I did end up getting hacked out of it. And then years later, me and Brandon got together, and we were able to get a new one. And so it's signed by him as a result. And honestly, I kind of like that better. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get my original one. I think my original one is caught in a bot's inventory, and I have no way of getting it, unfortunately. And it's named after Punk Rocker, the name of an Iggy Pop song. And Kindness is the New Punk Rock. It's from the newest Superman film. Absolutely adore it. Again, huge superhero fan. Can't go wrong. Gray Band's coming back. Merry Christmas from Cody, my white painted Buck Turner All-Stars. This really brings me back because this is maybe 2017, 2016. Another one of my best friends, Cody, gifted me these for Christmas, and I've been wearing them ever since. I am a big advocate for the soda popper. Of course, I'm always going to prefer the scattergun, but the soda popper, I'm always forever going to be a fan of. I didn't play whenever this was originally mini crits instead of the jump meter, but it's named after a boxer from the Punch Out franchise, Soda Popinski. Punch Out is one of my favorite franchises, and I remember getting stuck on him as a kid a lot, especially his title defense one. So, again, another one of my favorite franchises. Burritos, enchiladas, lettuce, and chimichangas is a made-up abbreviated version of my friend Brandon. His username is Belk, so BELC. It's goofy, it's silly, another inside joke, but another one nonetheless, right? And then the Rap Assassin, just to have a little bit of a difference within the melees. I love the Basher, love the Atomizer. Third to that is likely the Rap Assassin. So from this point forward, you'll kind of notice another trend where my C and D loadouts, my C loadouts will be strictly for MVM. So I prefer the shortstop when it comes to MVM, just because I can shove robots, and it's something that has saved my missions countless times. And then the Mad Milk and Fan of War are no-brainer. Absolutely. Now, putting together the Comic 7 Scout was something that was kind of important to me. A couple years back, whenever the final comic came out, me and my friends all gathered together and we voice acted all the characters, and it was a really fun magical moment. I wasn't recording or making videos at the time, but if I could rewind time, I would definitely bring that all together, mix everybody, and just have a fun time voicing the comic. It was very magical. It was right before Christmas, so it was something I wanted to relive. So I decided to build the whole loadout. So I guess a goal that I have for my backpack is to have probably 4 unusuals for every class. I may end up getting a unusual epilogue locks, but there are a couple of other scout hats I do want to get unusuals for. But I guess we're just gonna have to wait a year from now to figure that out. So we'll see. And then finally we have my Halloween exclusive scout with the no-brainer Alien set. Big fan of the franchise. Nothing really more to say to that. And then another funny weapon gifted from Brandon, F5 Big Booms. Super cool. Love the set. Criticola, Force of Nature together is an absolutely devastating combo. That's my scout.
I did not have permission to die.
Next, we have my second most played class, the Soja, Solly, the GOAT. Big fan. I am a original stan. I don't know what it is about the original, outside of your dick jokes. I think the way that the gun sounds, I'm just absolutely in love with it. It's just this crunchy, satisfying feeling whenever you're shooting with this damn thing, and I just can't get enough of it. So I did cough up a chunk of change for a strange original. I think it's Spec Kill Streak. and it's covered in Peacemaker quotes. I'm a huge fan of James Gunn's Peacemaker HBO show, season 1 and 2. God, the intro songs of both of those like seasons are in my playlist and constantly stuck through my head like throughout the weeks and months and years that pass. I've had these vintage gunboats for fucking ever. I feel like since I had my account, I had these. I think my brother traded it to me whenever I was first playing TF2. I never changed the name. I thought they were fitting, so there's that. Really, nothing really much to say about that. And the goat loaded wings.
Loaded wings, new from Carl's Jr.
When it comes to cosmetics, another really simple loadout. Again, I'm not a big like shirt fan. The pot helmet is my favorite soldier hat. And again, another Peacemaker quote.
Trying to use my disability against me. Is it funny? Yeah. But you almost got titties killed.
My strange lone survivor named Thrag. If you're an Invincible fan, you know who Thrag is. And the Killer's Kit. I think the Killer's Kit is a super clean, like very safe, very nice looking cosmetic for Soldier. It's still so strange seeing like kind of clean textures on these characters right now. I bumped up the visuals just so it didn't look like absolute butt ass for the video, but it's really nice to see. So then we go to loadout B. It's my rocket jumper soldier. Nothing here really special. I kind of just threw this together. The Whirly Warrior is not really one of my favorite soldier hats. I just thought this all kind of fit together. It's like he's like an airstrike soldier, and it's like green is in the air. It's got the microphone. I thought it was kind of fitting for a rocket jumper kind of loadout. Here is the MVM loadout. I like having some of the MVM hats alongside my MVM loadouts. I just think it makes sense. I surprisingly like the Tyranium helmet a little bit better than the Tyrant's helm. I don't know what it is about it. Maybe it's the little spark plug hanging out of it. Maybe it's because it's cheaper. I don't know. Allfather, great beard. Eagly, also from Peacemaker. Great cosmetic. There is, I believe, another Eagle cosmetic. I think it's a little bit cheaper. I don't remember what it's called though. The Beggar Bazooka buff banner disciplinary action, very simple and clean. Nothing too special here. And we finally have my Halloween loadout. I think the zombie curse with the shortness of breath looks super cool. And I couldn't find like another cosmetic to really like kind of bring this all together with a bow. So fuck it. He's got a big split in the head with the voodoo zombie curse, so we'll give him the head splitter. And I think it all looks really nice together. I'm a fan of all of the voodoo zombie cosmetics, and this will likely not change for a long time. We go from two of my most played classes to one of my least played classes, and I feel like when you look at the loadout, you can probably read that. I do not play a lot of Pyro. I don't like this class. I don't know what it is about him. He's just kind of boring to play. So we got the Boomboxers first up. They're a cute, funny little cosmetic. I think it's an all class, I believe. And it just kind of fit this clown-esque looking loadout. This was already named Acid Bath whenever I got it. I think the natural thing to do is just to name it Sweet Tooth, which I probably should have. But the black paint around it actually looks really nice. So I think I bought it that way. Like with this name, this paint, it looked really cool. And a Cloud9 ice cream cone. I actually really like this hat on Pyro. I think it really fits the like goofy nature of the character inherently. And Cloud9 is also a really nice effect with the pink of the ice cream. It's just cute. I like it. Some bullshit in a cone is another inside joke for me and my friends. My buddy Jacob just got like the weirdest cone of ice cream I ever saw, and just like piled it high with a bunch of bullshit, and it lives on within our friend group. My preferred loadout is the back burner detonator and the power jack. I fuck fat bitches. No, I'm not objectifying anybody. It is just kind of funny whenever you die to this thing and you see that. I've gotten a lot of comments on it. I love debt jumping, and it's definitely my preferred side grade. I don't care so much for the flare gun or the scorch shot. I do indeed like the like shotguns like on Pyro. I think it's a little underrated. But being able to debt jump and be super mobile, access flank spots you couldn't normally, and then use the back burner effectively, I think is really fun. Like, this strategy is what makes Pyro fun for me. I'm a big movement guy when it comes to my games, so like I play scout. Like, my primary way of playing soldier is with the gunboats, so I just like being mobile and like to move. And as a result of that, I'm a fan of the power jack as well. So loadout B, it's my Dragon's Fury loadout, and with my Dragon's Fury loadout, I wanted to make a Street Fighter loadout. I'm a huge fan of the Firefighter, because I'm a Street Fighter fan. Who would have thought, right? My favorite game is Third Strike. I'm a Dudley main. Cannot get enough of that game. The music, the visuals. I think it's the best fighting game on the planet. So we have the Dragon's Fury stock shotgun named Mag 7. Mag 7's the only gun I would use in CSGO. The strange hot case and the specialized, just it all comes together really well with this like Street Fighter-esque loadout. MVM loadout. You can tell I got nothing planned for this. I believe I got this hat off of an MVM drop, so it just seemed fitting. Here's the specialized again. The barbecue MVM event. This was, I think it was summertime, or maybe a little bit after that, and like last year, whenever this was like making its rounds. I do know there's another community event. I think it's a meme versus MVM. I do need to honestly probably play that and make some content out of it. That'll be really fun. But here's the MBM like Pyro. Not really much else to say. Log, gas passer, power jack. Nothing too crazy here. Now, my Halloween Pyro, I'm a big fan of. I absolutely love the interaction between the Beaten and Bruised and the Voodoo Curse. Being able to bring back Pyro's mask a little bit, give him that like nice little eye and like the gauze like around his other eye. It just seems really cool when it comes all together. Yes, I like it when it's just the skeleton or the cranium skull. The cranium skull. The fuck am I saying? When it's just the skull, but I really enjoy the Beaten and Bruised with it, and I think the splitting headache just brings it all together. So that's my Pyro.
Kaboom!
Next up, we got the Demoman. I think the pirate bandana is such an underrated underrated hat. Absolutely love it. I think it can go with pretty much anything. Whether it's a pirate loadout or something kind of swag or whatever. There's a lot of ways you can use it. And it's a MF Doom reference. There is another MF Doom hat within my Demoman loadout that he's my favorite rapper. I can't when the Vaudeville Visor released in TF2, I know there's a lot of people that bitch and moan about the art style being gone. It's been gone a long time ago. I'm a huge fan of MF Doom, and being able to express that within my TF2 games, yes, I'm going to fucking use it. I have the robot head. I named it Q. Again, another Third Strike reference. And with this robot loadout, I put on the battery bandolier. It just makes I think it's really the bow on top. Everything's really nice. Comes together really clean. Sunbeams, one of my favorite effects in the entire game. It's no longer a god tier, which is crazy to me, because there was a time when I took a huge break from the game, and when I came back, burning, scorching, sunbeams, morning glory, death of dust, those were no longer god tier effects, and it's God, it's crazy to me, right? Just how things go. I prefer the Iron Bomber. It is a Hulk reference. Hulk is my favorite superhero of all time. His little side grade, the sticky bomb launcher, named Joe Fixit, another Hulk character. It's the Hulk variant where he's gray and wears a pinstripe suit. And another inside joke between my friends and I, all of us use crossing guards. My buddy Jacob unboxes a ton of end of the line crates, and so as a result he just had tons of strange crossing guards, and he effectively just gives them out like hotcakes. and all of us just use strange crossing guards. So this is pretty much just stock Demoman, but like, what more do you really need? Demo is the powerhouse of TF2, like without any like weapon side grades, and there's nothing really much more left to say. So we got B is my hybrid knight loadout. It is also my MF Boom loadout with the Scotland cape and the glutton. I am a big fan of all this stuff together. I think that it's kind of hard to make a MF Doom kind of like Doctor Doom like loadout. None of the cosmetics just kind of blend and fit together, for my opinion. And I think the cape is just good enough. Doctor Doom has a cape. The Doom hat, the vaudeville visor, I definitely want to get an unusual for. What effect, I'm really not sure, but I'll 100% be getting one within the next like year. Charge and Targe is my preferred shield for Hybrid Knight. Crazy damage resistances, as well as on top of the Eyelander. Eyelander, no, it's self-explanatory. There's nothing here that's too crazy. C is my MVM loadout. Again, nothing too crazy here. Pipe launcher, sticky bomb launcher with I think it's Carbonado. Yep, it is. The Bandito is a newer hat that is just so fucking clean, and I think it goes really well with the laser gazers being able to cover the eyes completely. His face is all covered. I think it looks really sick. Like, the hat's just peeking over and you don't even get to see his eyes. It's super clean. And the bone delier, another really cool cosmetic that goes with the bone like skull face mask. Maybe if I paint it gold, it might look a little bit better. It could look a little out of place, I'm not sure. I did decide to keep it white or keep it non-painted. But yeah, this is my MVM demo. Nothing really more or less to say here. My Halloween demo. I love this fucking set. The Gustavo Fring the cosmetic came out pretty recently. I forgot when this came out, but it was very recently. It goes so well with the zombie voodoo curse. It reminds me a lot of the Pyro voodoo curse. Just half its face cut off, with like this being the eye patch side, and you have your other eye on the other side. It just looks really great. Love using this during Halloween. I think my Iron Bomber's just spec kill streak, nothing too crazy about it. I'm not a big spell guy. Like, even whenever people didn't care about spells back in the day, I didn't care about them, and now that they're expensive, I definitely don't. Like, strange parts, I'm kind of so on too. I'm just a fan of like unusuals and maybe Aussies, but that's about it. Nothing too flashy, but that's Demoman. Incoming! Alright, next we got Heavy Weapons Guy, classic box art man. I'm running the boxer set, not the complete boxer set, because I think the traditional one is with the Tau cosmetic. Not a big fan of that one, so I decided to put on the Beaten and Bruised, and I think it goes really well with the boxer look. I'm a boxer IRL, so making a boxing heavy just made sense. Pure White Ash on my Burning Flames headgear is a reference to Ashtano Joe, my favorite manga of all time. 107, I think the cosmetic is just called Championship Belt. It says it right there, bro. Championship Belt. It's named number 107, which is the weight of Little Mac in Punch Out, and it is also the Pokedex number of my favorite Pokemon, Hitmonchan. I prefer the minigun over the Tomislav. Really, it's just because I have the Aussie of it. There's nothing else. It's a reference to Yakuza 7. For spoiler reasons, I won't contain on who that is. And Strange Sandwich, it's the sandwich. And my running Gloves Divergently is a reference to Punch Out as well. Your universal power meter in Punch Out Wii is called Star Punches, and it just made sense. Loadout B is my Fat Scout loadout. This kind of looks like another like random bullshit like loadout, but I adore the warhead. It's the Trine crossover item. I have a lot of really good memories with the Trine game, playing it online with my friends, and just having a great time. And I always played Knight in Trine, so it just makes sense to have this in TF2. I really wish that the Warhead could be unusual. Unfortunately, it can't. So I think the highest rarity I could get is the is genuine, which is okay. I need to rename this. But really fun item. I got the Make Ogre and Gone Commando, two cosmetics that I think kind of go well with the Warhead. And I also don't think you can make a Knight Heavy that looks good. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of a lot of Heavy's cosmetics, and I think all these go together. So not too much to say here. Loadout C is my MVM loadout. It's the Yeti. That's it. And finally, we have my Halloween heavy with the Voodoo Curse, the Dragonborn helmet, and the Bone Cut belt. I love all of these together. I originally was going to use something different instead of the Bone Cut belt, but the Zombie heavy looks really good just by itself, and I kind of didn't want to ruin that with another cosmetic. So this together, I think looks really satisfying and really nice. And yeah, that's the heavy.
And another thing, you're ugly.
The engineer is here, and I nothing too crazy. And again, with these loadouts, like I don't really play too many classes. I kind of stick to 3 or 4, and that's about it. But this is my go-to engineer loadout with the Frontier Justice stock pistol and the Jag. Frontier Crustus is another inside joke with me and my buds. Really fun weapon. Because I'm bad at engineer and my buildings get destroyed very often, being able to have revenge crits is really satisfying and really piss off my opponents, so that's always fun. Pistol's pretty self-explanatory, and I use the Jag because I'm just really fucking impatient. I think it's really nice to be able to build quickly like with this thing, and it's named Planet Veldin, which is a reference to Ratchet & Clank. I collect PS2 games, and the Ratchet & Clank franchise is one of my favorites. And Veldin, the first planet that you play, is where you meet Clank for the first time. So I was like, Ratchet, he's got a wrench, makes sense, pretty cool. Hot Rod is my favorite hat for the engineer. Again, nothing too crazy. Like with the cosmetic set, I don't like shirt cosmetics. I know engineers got quite a few, but I think really minimal loadouts like go a long way. And this satchel came out pretty recently, so I got a strange of it, and it just makes sense. I think everything looks really nice. The Disco Beatdown is one of my favorite effects of all time. Stinky Pete on my Gold Digger is a Toy Story 2 reference. I'm in love with Toy Story 2, so that's loadout A. Loadout B is my Wario Gunslinger loadout. I would have loved to get my hands on a Strange Gunslinger. I've just yet to bite the bullet on it. One day, I 100% will, and it'll be glorious. One of my dream hats I unfortunately can more than likely not get is a Treasure Trove Plumber's Cap, which will make this Wario hat make so much sense. I'm in love with Wario World and the Wario Land franchise. Being able to make Wario in TF2 to me was just so fucking cool. So it was something that I absolutely had to implement with the Goblinier and the 3-level chin. It just makes sense. Treasure Trove, the effect is the coins like raining above like your head. You could probably get the same effect like with the dead presidents. I just don't think they're the same. Like coins and dollar bills, like yeah, they're both currency, but when you think of Wario and Mario, you think golden coins. So I don't want fucking Benjamins, I want fucking coins, bruh. Loadout C, my MVM loadout for engineer, pretty self-explanatory. The Tin 1000 goes really fucking nicely with the double observatory as well as the Q2. Again, keeping up with the robot theme with my MVM loadouts. I got a Carbonado wrench alongside with it. The Team 1000 I don't believe can be unusual. I think this might like end up having to change to have 3 or 4 unusuals like for engineer as like to hit my goal. But really nice, really cute looking loadout. And then finally we have my Zombie Halloween Engineer. I absolutely adore the Voodoo Curse on Engineer. Getting rid of his entire fucking torso, just metal as fuck, bro. Spencer's Past is another really fun Halloween item. And the Beaten and Bruise takes off the helmet, which I think goes a long way, like with this zombie loadout. And it's just really fun. I would adore to have more cosmetics like this, but fortunately they're not really in the game, but only time will tell, you know.
Ooh, money! Free money!
Next up, we got my medic. It is a huge reference to Puss in Boots in The Last Wish, with Doctor's Orders, Puss in Boots himself. I'm a huge fan of that film. My friends and I, we all gathered together to watch it. I think I watched it in theaters probably 3 or 4 times. I don't know what it was about that movie, just being a really mature family film that wasn't afraid to pull its punches. And yeah, being able to make it in TF2 was cool. It's kind of a trend with my loadouts. I am a bit of a freak, and I really like using the overdose and the quick fix together. Just a mobile medic, man. It's just the name of the game. TF2, the boomer shooter, is a movement shooter at heart, and I just like going fast. So I couldn't tell you how many times I've heard my buddies just bitch and moan about me not having the crossbow, but I don't care. I like going fast, son. So there's that. Loadout B is my actual crossbow loadout. Boo, fuck the crossbow. I don't even have it strange. I don't care. I don't like the crossbow that much. Stock, Medigun, and the cranium and the Medi mask I think go really, really well together. Dead of Night is just a nice little cosmetic to round it all up. Even though I don't like coats, I do like the Dead of Night on Medic. My MVM loadout, which turns Medic into this almost punk-like character. I think it all goes really like well together, even if he is like smoking a cigarette out of his Medic robot mask. The Practitioner's Processing Mask is, I don't think I got this out of a drop. I do think I ended up like buying it. Flatliner is fucking sick. It's very similar to the Gazer cosmetic, yeah, the laser gazers. But these two, like being able to form like one like mask is just super fucking cool. And the weapons are pretty self-explanatory with MVM. You're running the Chris Cregan MVM, so that's nothing really much left to say there. Halloween Medic is super badass. I adore like whenever it's Scream Fortress. Unfortunately, I wish there was kind of more like unique content to the game when it comes to Scream Fortress, but I'm always down to run my Halloween loadouts and just have a good time with the pumpkins and the unusual effects and so on and so forth. Optic Nerve with the zombie soul goes fucking bananas. I think it looks really nice together. And it's just a really fun time. I really like this loadout. I feel like I'm saying I like and amazing and all these other words to describe these things a lot. So thankfully, we only got 2 more classes left. So let's get to them.
Let's have a go at it!
The sniper is one of my least played classes in the game. I suck at him. I don't really care for him, and as a result, his loadouts kind of reflect that. Pretty similar to Pyro. I pretty much just run stock. Nothing too crazy here. This is like the original like festive SMG. Looks nice, looks pretty, nothing too crazy. Five Nights at Thomas here again. My Brimful of Bullets has a kind of funny story to it. So my best friend Jacob, he unboxed a glitched Halloween effect a couple years back. And every time that I would mention the Brimful of Bullets hat, I would always say Brimful of Brim. I have no idea why. I just could not say the hat's name for the fucking life of me. But it's been another running joke within our group. And so what inspired me to make this video to begin with is that I got an unusual for all of my 9 classes. My last one being this one for my birthday. My birthday is April 16th. And my buddy named it Brimful of Brim. I told him, I was like, hey, if you want to give me a gift, give me any sniper hat. I don't care the effect. I don't care the hat. I don't care about the class. But I would like a sniper hat. And he said fuck it, and he was choosing between mass flies or nuts and bolts, and he chose nuts and bolts. And honestly, now that I'm looking at it, I honestly don't hate it. So I'm very, very grateful for him for that. We have a the group keep kind of loadout with the huntsman, the mutton man, the solid snake hat, and the bushman. I think it looks kind of nice together. I just had conveniently all of these together, so it was nice for this to kind of conveniently like work, even if the clipping on like the bushman's a little awkward. It's a fun little loadout to use. Huntsman's a super fun weapon. Girardi busted as fuck, and of course the bushwalker. Going on with the MVM loadout, again, nothing special. Like, I really wish I cared more about Sniper. I think I just really need to play him more. It's hard. It's really, I guess I'm just so stubborn when it comes to playing classes I don't really know. I definitely need to give Sniper a fair shot again, and maybe I'll be more willing to get like more cosmetics for him. This MVM like robot hat was an MVM drop, so it worked. And then I put the little baked potato on him and the snow sleeves, and nothing really there. Then finally we have the Halloween loadout. I actually really fuck with the way this looks. I really wish the Holy Hunter was a universal item. I kind of wish it wasn't Halloween restricted, but conveniently this all works together for me. I think the bent hat looks really sick with the blood and the patch on the front of it. The garlic and flank steak is a really nice touch. Very minimal, very nice, and him being all fucked up kind of ties it all together. It's a fun loadout. And then I think we only have one more from here.
Well, off to visit your mother.
And finally, we have the Spy. The Blizzardy Storm Cleaner's Cap was actually the first hat I actually unboxed. I haven't been in unboxing in my entire history of TF2. I think I have 2,700 hours in the game, and it wasn't until the past like year and a half that maybe I started unboxing. And my first unusual was this, and it was really cool because in that case that I was unboxing, I got both of the coats that I would want to use for this really nice clean loadout. I'm forgetting the movie that this film or that this hat is in reference to. I just think it's really clean. He's got the coat on, he's all swagged out, and it's snowing, so he's all bundled up and nice and warm, and I think it's really nice. I am a enforcer enjoyer. I don't know what it is about this weapon. I just like snub nose revolvers. I think it sounds nice, it feels nice. The Big Earner is my favorite knife in the game, but Spy's another one of those classes that I just don't play too much of. I want to though. I want to get good at this class, and I prefer the Cloak and Dagger because I'm bad at this game. Smile. Next we have Stock Spy, pretty much. The Familiar Fez, which of course is the Austin Power reference. A Fez unusual, I think, is pretty up there, like expensive wise, but I'll find a way to justify the purchase. Jesus Christ, MVM fucking loadout is ridiculous. This looks like absolute hot ass. But this is my whenever in the very rare 1 in a million shot that I play Spy and MVM, this is kind of what I'm going for. This entire loadout needs to be revamped. I definitely just threw together a bunch of bullshit because I had a robot hot dogger. The yellow on the Legionnaire just I thought fit with the bot dogger. And then my filler cosmetic is the barbecue badge. So it's really sick. And finally, we got the Halloween Spy, which is a zombie vampire kind of vibe. I really love the gold accents on the front of the jacket and like the little teeth that you get from the foul cow, excuse me. It just blends really nice together. And again, I'm just running like my favorite loadout when it comes to the weapons. So nothing too crazy here, but that wraps up all 9 classes. And there we have it. That's all of my loadouts in Team Fortress 2. Again, this is not me to brag or to claim that I'm better than anybody. I think my backpack's a little mediocre in general when comparing it to other higher tier backpacks. But regardless, I want to be able to achieve my goal next year by getting more and more unusuals for all of my classes, and especially for the classes that I don't particularly play, like Pyro, like Sniper, like Spy. Play those classes more, and then also just evolve my pool of classes, just so I'm not so limited within my little group. So, again, really appreciate you guys watching if you made it to the end. So, that's it from me, really. So, yeah, see ya. God bless.